right. Well, we are back with episode 41 of the Everybody But Me show. I'm here with Phil and Dominique tonight. Katie's out tonight because she needs to go make out with her boyfriend and make soup. I don't know. It's what you do and it's what dating in your 30s looks like, guys. I don't know. But that's what she has to do tonight. So she would not be joining us. But anyways, we have...
Well, compromising, Tyler. Maybe if you did it more, you'd have a girlfriend still.
Oh. And Kate is chirping from the background.
Shots fired.
But I'm excited to be on this episode tonight. We have a great guest. She is a British actress, a model, and a businesswoman. She walked onto Netflix's Love is Blind. Or no, Love Island. I'm sorry. Love is Blind is what everyone's talking about right now. But she walked onto the set of Love is Island with not one, but 2 psychology degrees. And she's currently signed with Peak Models in Zeta Morrison. Where are you calling in from today?
LA.
LA. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm excited to have you on here and learn more about you and learn more about this topic that we're going to discuss today. We're going to talk about societal pressures when it comes to dating and sticking in relationships, and sometimes relationships that we don't need to be in. And I feel like this can happen.
I know all about that.
Yeah, and I feel like this can happen for people whether they're in the limelight or out of the limelight. I think we've all been in those situations.
Yeah,
very
100%.
true.
But Zeta, first of all, thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Tyler. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. How long do you live in LA now?
Yeah, I do. I've actually been here like 11 years.
11 years. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! How so to educate us, how did the whole Love Island start for you?
Yeah, I think it honestly was just meant to be because I was going to go on the UK one, season 8, but then I ended up booking my first TV series in Kenya. So I went to do that, of course, and I missed out on the UK one. And then when I came back to the States, I thought, I think there has to be a USA one. So I started looking it up, and then I found a casting director. I DM'd her. She was like, did you put in your application? I said, yes. She found it. She fast-tracked me. And then 3 weeks later, I was on Love Island. So it was like...
So you're on the Love Island, the USA version?
Yeah, I did. Season 4.
I bet you came in killing with that accent.
It does help out. It does help out. I cannot lie to you.
I had an Australian football teammate.
Yeah.
And every time we'd go out, he would become super, super Australian out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because all the girls would turn their heads, they hear the accent. I'm like, man, you're using that against us, man.
I feel like people with accents are like people or guys with puppies. You just go up a couple points.
Yep.
True.
Exactly.
Yep.
But so explain to us, your run at Love Island and kind of how that all transpired, because that kind of leads us into our conversation today.
Yeah, well, I had a really, really amazing experience. I am not with the guy that I won with. But outside of that, it was still so much fun. I don't know if I would do it again, but not because I did enjoy it. It was great, honestly. I thought it's so hard dating these days. Well, it's hard to just find someone that you really connect with. And I just thought, why not go in a house where they've got all these men who you have to get to know, and the whole concept is to fall in love. And that's what I did, and I thought it was amazing. Did
you truly fall in love?
No.
No, was it bubble love, you think?
I think I really, really, really liked him, and I was really hopeful for what it would be like when I got outside, but it just did not turn out that way.
Yeah. So I came off the show The Bachelorette, and I feel like there's got to be pressures because, she picks me or whoever she picks, whatever, and then you're kind of together and you want to make it work. Yeah. Yeah. But Love Island, your success of the show is, correct me if I'm wrong, is fans voting for you to be together, and like you're their favorite couple. So, I mean, that has to come with tremendous pressure once the show ends.
No, definitely. I think, though, obviously I'm speaking for myself because it's me. It wasn't that much pressure for me. I picked someone who I really liked, and I was hopeful to see how it would go. And I don't think it was the same for him. But I didn't feel that pressure, just personally speaking, because I liked him. I think if maybe I didn't like him as much, then I'd be like, oh shit, like they voted for us, they love us. Now I've got to make this thing work, which I don't really know if I want to make it work. And then I would have felt the pressure maybe. But for me personally, no, I didn't feel too much pressure.
Really? I mean, I knew there was a ton of pressure on my end, and I struggled with it.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it like for you? Like, why do you feel pressured?
I mean, my situation was definitely very different because it wasn't really during the show, or like I wasn't picked to be the winner for my show, I'd say. But we tried to reconvene again, and then it became very public, us reconvening. And it was at the very, like, I lost my mom the week before, and then like we were spending time together, and then COVID happened. We got stuck in a house together for like 18 days, you know, with like 8 or 9 people living there, you know. And so like I was trying to get over a lot of trauma in my life, but then also trying to get to know, like reconnect with somebody, get to know somebody, and then I have all the pressures from everybody on the outside looking in. And I think my biggest fault in that was listening and paying attention to what people said when I should have just took it for what it was in front of me, you know?
Yeah.
And I wasn't, you know, I was just so in my head, and I was so crippled by what everyone thought at that time. And now like, I don't let that stuff catch on to me or pressure me anymore, because I've been through it, and I don't want to ever feel that.
Yeah, no, I get you. I definitely think there's definitely pressure with people wanting to know what's going on and how it's moving and what's your next move and this, that, and the third. Like, I definitely do get that. But I think for me, I very much so was just like, we're in a relationship. If we're together and we show moments, then we show moments, and that's great. And if we don't feel like showing moments, then we don't show moments, and that's fine, as long as I know that we're good and we're together and we're working on things. I really didn't care what was going on the outside. I think like the pressure started happening for me when it was like, I didn't know if the person I was in the relationship was really ready to be full on about the relationship. And I think that's when I started, you know, like if I saw commentary, I would feel like a bit triggered by it, and I would feel pressure only because I was like, oh my God, like what they're saying is like something that's actually happening, and it would just like make me panic. But outside of that, like before that, luckily I was all right. But by the way, I'm really sorry about your mum. I wanted to say that.
I appreciate you.
I love my mum so much, and I can't imagine. So God bless you about that.
What are some pressures, Dom and Phil, that you guys witnessed in your dating life?
I feel like in the beginning, if you're naturally a people pleaser, I think you try to, or at least I try to do that sometimes, I notice, versus like putting my own happiness forward or acting like I don't care about things that kind of bother me, because in the beginning, I don't want to be that girl who gets moody or gets upset a lot. I want to always make things happy. So I would say that in the beginning. But then once someone really gets to know you, like they kind of know your triggers. Like they know that might upset you, you know? So I think it's kind of figuring out that balance versus like not pleasing them all the time, because whoever loves you for you is going to love you on your good and bad days.
Right.
Amen for that. Amen.
Yeah, facts.
I think my pressure, I mean, it was kind of pressure, but I was single for a while. I was single from like the age of 24 to turning 39. And I think people will start pressuring you because, oh, you're getting older and you still haven't found that one person, blah, 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 you know? So hearing that from your family and then your friends, like, are you ever going to settle down? I guess that starts to feed into your mind a little bit. You know what? So you just got to block it out, because I met my soulmate at 39 years old and it's all good. So don't let the pressures of the outside attack you that way or affect you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really good to just remember that it's you. Like, you just turn your phone off and just go away. It's just you. You just go outside, you go do whatever, and you don't focus on your phone. It's just you. It's just you and that person. So I think it really is important to just remember that.
Do you date men in the States?
Yeah, of course. I've been here 11 years. I hope so. I don't know what I'm doing if I don't.
That is true. How different is it than from dating back home? Where is home, first of all?
Home is London.
London.
South London. Yeah.
How different is it dating here than there?
That's a very good question. How different is it? I wouldn't say it's too different. You know, London's very modern. LA is very modern. I wouldn't say that it's too different. I just know the guys are a bit different. That's for sure. I think in London, and I don't know, a lot of my Brit friends might be like, oh, whatever, it's just this shit here, which of course the dating pool is tough, but I just feel like men in the UK could be a bit more chivalrous. I don't know. I feel like American men aren't as chivalrous. Like,
wow.
I've been noticing that. Yeah, like it's really unfortunate. I was actually at dinner the other day and we went to the bar. We was waiting for our table, and then I was standing there with my mate, and this guy got up immediately. He's like, oh, have a seat, go on, like I've just been sitting here, it's fine. Turns out he was a Brit, and I was like, it sucked because when he got up, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that happened. And then he started speaking and he was a Brit. And I'm like, oh my God, like, will this happen with an American lad? Like, I really wanted that to be the moment. And not to say that American men aren't chivalrous. Obviously, it's not a blanket statement, but I have noticed that. I really have. There's like more of a old school mentality that some of the British men carry that I've not been able to really find here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you're it's the area you're in, not necessarily the American men.
Yeah, come to South Florida.
I was going to say, you got to go to the South for that.
South. I know everyone's telling me I need a Southern guy. I'm like, I've got to listen at this point.
Yep.
Are you Southern, Tyler?
I'd say I am. You know, I come, you know, my mom and dad raised me on respect, and they I feel like you know, my dad was always like, you know, I would never touch a woman. You know what I mean? Always be gentle, be careful. And my mom was always like, you always take care of a woman. Like my mom, when I was a little kid, she'd give me extra money so I could buy her ticket at the movie theater. I could buy her extra Skittles, you know. Like my mom always, so like those things have always stuck with me. Like I'll never let someone, you know, buy something. I always open the door, pull out the chair, all those things, you know. And to me, that's just like stuck into me. But then I asked my little brothers, they're like, man, they paying too on the bill. You know what I mean? It's so I think it's also generational.
I was going to say.
Thing for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's true.
I think, well, I have a funny story. I was curious. I'm going to be curious with you, Zeta, is when I went out to Paris. So Paris is not London. I know that. But I try to go talk to those girls out there and they're like, American boy, get the hell away from me. If I went to London, would I have any luck?
Yeah, you would. I don't think that they'd be like swarming you. Like here, if you're Brit, it's very like, oh my God, it's such a thing. I don't think it's like that in London. It would just be like, oh, he's American, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they'd be like, you know, taking their clothes off or anything, but I mean, you have no trouble in the look department and you seem really sweet. So I think that plus your American accent would definitely go a very long way.
Zeta, what you got a dating nightmare story for me?
A nanny nightmare?
No, a dating nightmare.
Like one that's happened or something that I think would be a nightmare?
Yes.
One that I think both.
Either.
Okay, what's the dating nightmare?
Dom, you got one?
Let me think. Phil, you got one?
A dating nightmare. Trying to keep it PG. Let me think about it.
Okay, what about this one? Are you dating now?
I am. I just started dating like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really? You back out there. Love it.
Back on the scene.
I think I came up with one, but this is not something like happening in my life right now. I think a dating nightmare, or maybe this would be like a married nightmare, is if your significant other had like a whole second life.
Yeah, that's
You know,
a nightmare.
you hear crazy
Right,
stories about having
right.
like a second home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
set of kids, even like that would crush me.
I know stories like that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's pretty bad. Oof. Yeah.
Does social media affect dating for you now? Like, do you have people that look at you differently because you have a following and whatnot? You think?
Yeah, I think it's just strange, like if you don't know if they know you already. And then I just actually met this guy at Coachella, and then we were trading Instagrams, and then of course he saw my following, and then just started talking to me about that, and then he just became more interested than he was. And it's just like, I didn't know, like, am I supposed to keep just flowing with this? Because you weren't giving that much energy before. Now you've just kicked it up a notch. And I feel like that is strange.
Red flag.
That bit is strange. Yeah. It's
Red
just,
flag.
You just don't know how to feel, really. You just don't know if it's authentic.
I got to ask you about this. What is Coachella like? I mean, to me, I've never been.
Have you not been?
It looks cool. It looks like the influencer Super Bowl. Like everybody and their mother is
I've never been there either.
People are dressed up. It looks crazy.
Yeah.
Can you dive in and tell us what Coachella is for those who haven't gone?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it's just living in LA. Like, you could go out and you can be in an environment where everyone's supposed to be having fun, and people will still just be sat there holding their drink, not dancing, not socializing, not doing any of that. When you're at Coachella, everyone seems to be in such a great mood. Everyone's happy to meet each other. Everyone's enjoying the music. And I think that's what people really, really like about it. It's just a really free space where everyone seems to be having a really, really good time. So that's the good thing I'll say about going to Coachella, because I didn't get the hype before I went. This is my third year, but the first year I went, I just had an amazing time. I met these random people. Our whole group just joined hands, and we just had the most amazing weekend ever. So yeah, I think it's just everyone's having fun.
Did you or any of your friends fall in love with Coachella?
No. Well, actually, my friend Courtney just texted me this morning and said, I'm in love. So
There we go.
Yeah, one of my friends did fall in love at Coachella, but we'll see.
So what's more fun? Is it being at Coachella the most fun part, or is it like the after parties? Like what makes Coachella great?
Just the people that you're with and the people that you meet. And I mean, yeah, I think everything's fun. After parties are fun. Coachella's fun. It's just fun. It's just all around fun.
I want to go just to see all the girls in the outfits.
Yeah.
I had to see it on Instagram every
The festival outfits are pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're
for sure.
nuts.
Yeah.
For sure.
They're pretty dressed up for Coachella.
Yeah. Are you gonna do any? Are you gonna do Stagecoach or any of those other big ones going out there?
No, I don't know. Stagecoach, is that country music?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've never been. Like,
You might find a chivalrous Southern man at one of those
I was
things.
gonna say that's where you're gonna
That
find
is
a
true.
good man.
You know?
A country concert.
I like the way you think. Now you've got my head spinning. Maybe I'll go. Who knows?
So you came on this show with 2 degrees in psychology.
Yes.
What did you want to do with those degrees?
What do I want to do?
Or did you or do you? Yeah, either or.
Yeah. Well, originally I wanted to be a psychologist, therapist of some sort. And now I think it really just helps me with how I relate to people. I've always been quite an empathetic human. So I've always just cared about what people are going through and wanted to help them the best way possible. And I thought studying about the mind would definitely help that. I'm not using it right now, but obviously I have a blog and I have supporters on there who will literally write me about their life. Like, I got a message last night, actually, right before I was going to bed, that actually made me cry. I was like, oh my days, like, this is so emotional. And I feel like I'm not a therapist, but having those degrees is helping me still connect with people. So I'm still using it in some way. So it's not gone to waste or anything.
Did you ever use it to analyze a guy you're talking to?
I get that question all the time.
I'm so original.
I mean, I try not to be extremely analytical. I think there's no fun in that. But I think if things start to go not so great, then yeah, I definitely start analysing why that may be happening. So yeah.
I'd be scared to date a girl with
I'm
two
saying.
psychology degrees. I'm like, man, she's playing with my head.
Says that.
She knows me.
I think that's a natural woman instinct anyway. That's what they do to us.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
a therapist on top of it, oof.
Yeah.
Help.
You can't hide. You can't run and you can't hide. Well,
No.
you can run.
But you can't hide.
Yeah.
What so what are you looking for now dating? What I mean, everyone struggles with dating now. They hate it. They hate going out. They hate getting motivated to go see somebody new. How are you dating now?
Yeah.
Also, where are you looking? How are you finding them?
When, I don't know, Tyler. I was hoping you could tell me.
Are you on any dating apps?
So when I said I just started dating 2 weeks ago, all of my friends were like, you need to get on dating app. You're way too much of a homebody. And then you're crying about not like meeting anyone, but you're at home. So I was like, okay, something's got to give. So I just got on 2 dating apps. I'm going to see how that goes. I really do love meeting people just the old fashioned way. Like you just met out somewhere. But again, I'm not going out enough. So but I just joined Raya and I just joined Luxy. Have you heard about it?
What is Luxy?
Yeah, this is a new one.
Never heard
Yeah.
I
of
don't know. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
What do you have to post on Luxy? What do you have to show? Like is it just like is it
you
same
just
thing?
average stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same stuff. Nothing too major or different.
Luxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dating's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
She
Why?
she needs to bounce out of there though.
What do you believe in dating around?
Yeah. What do you mean? Like multiple people at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, because that's been like a big topic on our
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it has been.
And a lot of people think, argue that it's exhausting and it never works out. You're always just looking for the next. When, they're like, why don't you just invest in the first person, invest in one person and see that out until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
What's your style, Dom?
I wish I could say I was that because since being on the show, I totally agree with you. In today's day and age, you need to date around.
You have to date around.
You have to date around. But I wish I wasn't the girl who instantly likes the guy. And I do, and I end up getting hurt because I do. And just I put all my eggs in one basket. But I'm doing fine now. I'm in a good relationship. But that was typically my style. And I wouldn't recommend it for anyone who is single and listening. So
I agree,
Yeah.
Dom.
Well, I mean, I think if you meet someone and you start cracking on and it's going well, you want to see that through. I don't think, I'll speak for myself, I don't think if I'm dating, 2 or 3 men and it starts feeling really right or going really well with one, that I'm still going to continue dating the others. I feel like, when there's a spark and a connection, you do just focus on that person,
Right.
right.
So I think people weed themselves out. So
I have a question for you. What's been your biggest challenge since coming off the show, for yourself?
I think it's been the pressure to continue succeeding. It's like, what are you doing next? Like, oh, okay, you won Love Island USA. That's amazing. What are you doing next? What are you doing next? And then coming off, it's like, there were just blogs where I was compared to other islanders and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, well, they're doing this and they've got this many brand deals and etc. I think that sort of stuff is just triggering because it's I'm all right. I know I'm moving at the pace that I can move at and where God wants me to be. But it's just, it can be really stressful just being okay, I need to show more success.
Yeah.
That has definitely been interesting for me. An interesting place to navigate.
What does more success look like to you?
Well, to me, it would just be doing what I love, which is acting. I'd love to book some more TV shows and some more films, and I'd love to host some shows. So, you know, from an outside perspective, that would be success. But I mean, internally, I'm really happy right now. So I feel very successful.
Love that.
That's it.
Yeah. So, yeah, just for me personally, I'm happy. I feel very successful. But yeah, just from the outside looking in, I guess, my other passions, would love to see those manifest.
What's a dream role?
Oh my gosh, Zoe Saldana and Colombiana. I just have the dream of being the ultimate female assassin. Like, that's just...
Oh, I can see that.
I can so see
I
that.
like that.
Yeah, I'll literally just be sitting in my living room and just start acting like I know how to shoot a gun, and I'm like upside down in a car, and I'm just like, yeah, just up in dream world.
I love it. Well, I mean, you can't stop dreaming. I
No,
think
never that.
I'm such a big believer in if you say it and you speak into existence, that's just going to happen.
1,000%. 1,000%. But like, faith without works is dead. So you definitely have to feel like you can get it and go get it as well. You know.
Say that line again. Faith without work is what? Is dead?
Faith without works is dead. It's a Bible verse.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So are you going on like casting calls now? Like, how are you trying to accomplish these dreams?
Yeah. So I'm not going to mention their names, but I've been speaking with 2 huge acting agencies that I would love to be with. Once I sign with them, notice I said once I sign.
Yep.
Not if. Once I sign with them, then I should be going on some good auditions. So it's just, I'll get that come through.
I have a question for you. When you
Okay.
when you were on Love Island and you watched it back, was everything that was shown, everything that was seen, true to what it always was? So I've had people on the show and people in the past, and they say that they make things certain ways for it to be a certain way and whatnot. Did you feel that at all when you were on your show?
With my specific edit.
Your edit or anyone else's that on your show? Like, oh, they weren't that bad, or oh, they were,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's reality TV, right? So of course, like, they're not going to show everything, and they're going to put this here and that there, and it may not have been as it was, as it seems. So I mean, I definitely get that. Speaking for myself, I just had a blast. I loved my edit. I think I was depicted exactly how I am. I had not one issue, and I think that's just a major blessing. And even just being asked to go on other like reality shows, I'm just like, I had such a lovely time. I ended on such a high note. I don't want to go on to any other show and have to deal with different producers or whatever. Like, I'm just so happy how it landed.
I think you need to be the Bachelorette.
You think I should be?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that?
Because 1, I think every guy would be going crazy for you. And 2,
she's like, stop, tell me more.
and 2, I just think I think you're just 1 would be you would bring so much entertainment, like you're just a ton of fun. But 3, like there's like huge catch. Like, I think it would be, you would never do another dating show.
I think because I want to remain an optimist, but I think because I came off the show with a guy who wasn't genuine about the relationship, I'm a bit tainted because I'm just like, I just don't know, like, who's going to be honest anymore? And I feel like I just did it and I just want to move on. But I don't know. I feel like if I could guarantee that people were like actually on there wanting a real relationship with someone, then maybe, yeah. I don't want to say no, but I'm just, as of now, I'm just so scarred.
You kind of. Why are you scarred?
I'm just scarred because I'm just like, I honestly thought we would last a very long time. Like,
so
it just didn't happen.
What led to the demise of that?
he just wasn't genuine. He wasn't ready for a proper relationship. Like the first week I got off the show, his sister started talking to me about like business. And I was like, what? I thought we was meeting just so I can meet your family member, you know? Like,
wow.
So yeah, it's just tough. I don't know. Because on the show I felt it was very genuine. It would grow, it would get somewhere. So I'm scared for that to happen again. If I was to go on The Bachelor and I felt like that was happening again. And then it was the same situation, you know, like fool me once. Like, I don't know.
So I guess, so you're saying that you guys dated, came off the show, and then he felt very contrived in the sense that he was just trying to use it for clout and fame and didn't feel like he was totally into you? Damn.
Yeah.
And how long is like the show again? Like, what's the time frame?
The show is 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. How long is Bachelor?
It's about 2 months.
About 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 weeks. I don't know. I feel like his shift was just so dramatic that I'm just like, I couldn't fathom it. You know? Like, I was so like, what? Like, I totally get if you're not in love yet and you've got to feel things out on the outside and then you do things on the outside and it's just, you know, it's just not coming together. I get that. But just coming off immediately and seeing him just kind of switch into this like, oh, the show's over now. Like, okay, like it was just the show and I do like you, but like maybe not as much as I declared on the show to these millions of people.
Wow.
I think that was just way too like mind-boggling for me. I was gobsmacked, honestly.
How was the breakup in a public eye?
Very bad. Very, very bad. I remember like seeing celebs break up and just people in a public eye breaking up and I would be like, that seems like a really miserable situation. But you really don't know what it's like until you go through it. It is just like, you just feel like the walls are closing in on you. Like everyone's got your name.
It's paralyzing.
Everyone's got, it's just, I have no words. It's what you said. It's really paralyzing, honestly. Like it was really tough.
Yeah,
really tough.
That's just not it.
And are you guys friends now, you'd say?
We're not friends. We have bad blood. And I actually blogged about this to my ZC Nation family. And I said, I don't have any bad blood with any of my exes. Everyone that I've ever dated, I still have such an amazing friendship with. So it's always just so much love and respect there. But with this one, it's like, it's not good. Like time will tell, you know,
right.
Like I don't hate him or anything like that, but it just didn't end well and I'm not reaching out anytime soon. So.
Well, Zeta, I'm the opposite. None of them are my friends.
Really?
None of them. Nope.
What is that? So this is the first time I've ever experienced something like that. Like I don't actively speak to all of my exes. It's not like that, but there's no bad blood. Like I wish them well. Some of them still follow me on Instagram. I know who their girlfriends are. I find them beautiful. I think they've chosen well. I'm proud that we've ever dated. I've just had a really good track record and I just feel like this was my one. Like I finally get it with other people. Like I'm always like, why does everyone hate their ex? Like what is going on? Like why does it end so badly? How does it go from so amazing to just so bad? I've never understood it, but I think this was the experience that took me there.
What about you guys? What's y'all's relationships with your exes?
I feel like same thing. I don't have bad blood, but it's not like I'm calling them tomorrow and being, hey, you want to grab a drink or like lunch? Like it's almost like I don't wish anything bad for them, but I wouldn't say like I'm super close.
Yeah.
Bill?
Well, that's
smiling hard over here.
Oh, especially if they've hurt me. If they hurt me, then no.
Yeah, I got a few bad bloods out there. I'll be honest. You know, there's a few, but I don't have any bad blood towards them. So I hope one day that they can get through their bad blood and call it a day.
I'm not friends with any of them.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
I'm not gonna say I'm friends with anybody.
I've only had 3 girlfriends though.
Okay, fair. Well, I mean, I, honestly, I've only had one really serious relationship that lasted 3.5 years. That was when I was 19 to 22, and then it was just kind of not serious, but just relationships, you know.
Yeah, I honestly think it's hard to have an amicable breakup now in the limelight because there's always gonna be so much he said, she said.
Yeah, that's true.
I really liked the girl I was dating for like a month, and and like I wanted, it was just becoming very toxic the way we were, arguing, and we were distant. We were never gonna see each other. We both became super busy, and so I broke up with her because I was like, I don't want to start hating each other because I really liked her at the time. I said, I don't want to start hating each other. Because of like the resentment and the distance and all that. Like, I want to just break up now, and maybe when it's the right timing, we can try it again. So I thought it was like the responsible, respectful thing to do. And then we broke up, and then like a few weeks later, she's over here saying the most outrageous things just to try and like make a story. That I was using her for clout. I'm like, babe, you got like 10% of the followers I got. They're like, that don't make sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the other one, like, she was talking to somebody else. So I'm like, I don't ever want to talk to that girl again. I can't trust. I won't be your friend if I can't trust you.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then the other one was, we both went through a lot together. Like when my mom passed, she was there for me. And then when her dad got sick, I was there for her. But then like when he was good, she was like, I don't need you anymore. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I was like, and then like every time I see him out, they're just rude to me.
Right.
And so I'm like, yeah, I'm good on y'all too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Would you say
There's a song that says, I wish I missed my ex.
Would you say that, especially because you don't know much about me, but the fact that I've said I've had and still have like a good relationship with my exes, but this one is bad. Would you say that the publicness of it is probably why?
I think so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would think so. Okay, when you hear somebody say they have bad relationships with their exes or good relationships with their exes, how does that make you feel about them?
I think it's cool. I don't know. I just feel like
Is it a red flag?
relationships they end. Is it a red flag?
Is it a red flag if I have just straight bad relationships with my exes?
No.
I just would have to know like the context, like what happened. Sometimes it's your mistake, sometimes it's theirs. I would just need to know what happened really before I judged.
Because I feel like Tyler said that, right? And then he took us through every situation. And after he did that, then I said, oh, makes 100% sense.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think it's like a case by case basis. I don't know.
Yeah.
And Zeta, with your case, don't let this one bad apple spoil everything because you just said your past is all good with your exes. Don't let this one guy crush you.
Yeah.
Zeta, you're not getting crushed. We back in the streets. We back out.
Yeah, get out. Put yourself out
We
there.
back in the streets. We out here dating.
Back, baby.
We out here in the clubs. We out here at the bars. We out here doing the damn thing.
I think she needs to come to South Florida,
Come
too.
join us in South Florida.
Come hang out.
I really would love to. I love Florida. I used to go with my family all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. And I feel like a lot of people ask Tyler this on the show. So now that you have this amazing platform, right? Do you think your next relationship, you want it to be with somebody who also has a following? Or does that not bother you? It could just be, anyone that you connect with.
Oh, it's always just someone that I connect with. I couldn't give two shits about the following. I would think it's cool if he had 100 followers, honestly.
No, that's good. That's more options, honestly.
Yeah. No, I don't mind that at all. I don't care if he has 5 million. I really don't care. It's just him knowing who he is, really. I think that's the most important part.
No, I think you have to date with an open mind. I think you have to get out there and whether they have a following or they don't, it's all about how you make that person comfortable. I know, like, yeah, you have a big following now, and you're gonna date a guy who has no following or some following, and with that, when that happens, insecurities start to rise. You ever had that dating now?
I had it in my last one. I don't know. It was just the first time I felt like I was like my person was, I don't even want to call him my person. The guy I was dating was just like in competition with me. Like, it felt really strange. I've just never felt that or dealt with that before.
Right. You're supposed to be a team.
You're supposed to be a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it was very, very strange. I felt like he was very threatened by how many people did like me. And I think he also felt a bit insecure at the fact that he maybe thought it was, we like Zeta and then we like him, which was the case, of course. But I think it was a hard realization for him when he realized that a lot of the love that people had for him was contingent on his love for me.
Right.
Like how he showed that love to me made. Because, Love Island's watched majority by women. Like,
right.
Those are the stats. And so, it's like a lot of women are watching and they're sort of falling in love with the guy too, because they're like, oh my gosh, look how he's treating her. Like, I love that for him. I want to support him too. Like, I love that. And so I think, once he realized it was like, no, we love Zeta a lot, and we love the way you're treating her, which is why we love you as well. We love the love that you have between you. I think that's when he just started moving a bit funny, and it was very, very uncomfortable. Like, I felt like, am I in a relationship with like a jealous girlfriend?
Hey Zeta, we got a special caller calling in real quick. We got to get him off of mute real quick, but this is somebody who I used to look up to, used to watch all his shows, while now he's got his new show on AMP. We got Nick Cannon in the building. Nick Cannon, what's going on?
Yo, what's good? I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. It was getting good.
Nah, man. Happy to have you on, man. How are you?
Man, I'm alive and striving. That's how we doing it.
Yeah. So we're doing a little relationship dating show here, Nick. You got any dating advice for us real quick?
Who would take dating advice from me?
I take baby making advice, so I'm trying to have kids too.
Get it, Nick.
That's a whole different show.
Yeah. Oh, Nick, you got a new show coming out?
Yeah. We start on Monday, man. The Daily Cannon right here on AMP. I was trying to get people engaged like you got them, man. It's going well for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Well, I'll have to come check you out on Mondays, man. What time?
6 a.m. to 9. So we going to be like real morning show hours. It's going.
Oh, wow.
Like morning drive time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What will we listen to on your show?
Man, we going to be wilding out every morning,
Oh, I'm locked in then.
60.
On my channel. I don't know if I can curse on you.
You can let it rip. You can let it rip.
We're going to go up.
Man, that's exciting stuff, man. I'll be tuning in for that. That's a good way to start my Mondays right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing music. It's just like, obviously I've done morning radio for over a decade from, everywhere from LA to New York. So I'm excited about this new way to engage with radio listeners and allowing everybody to be a part of the show and the conversation. If it's a hot topic, if it's something going on in pop culture, we own it.
I love it. Well, Nick, if you ever need me on your show, you let me know, man. It'd be an honor. I had a blast when I did.
Right there. I'll see you Monday at 6 a.m. Time.
There it is, brother. I'm there. 6 a.m. I'm up at 5:30 already, so we go.
Exactly. We early risers.
Yeah, you're part of the 5 o'clock club. Let's get to it. Now, real talk. I would love to have you on the show, man. Let's turn up and talk some ish, and then have some fun. But that's what this platform is all about. I come on your show, you come on mine, and we can just do that as much as we need.
Heck yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you, Nick.
Can you tell Nick I've actually always wanted to be a wild and out girl, so if he could just make that happen, that would be great.
Done.
Nick, we got Zeta Morrison on here. She is beautiful. You need to get her on there.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
And let me throw some pickup lines. Let me throw some pickup lines at her.
All right. You think I'm playing?
Mm-hmm.
I surely
let's
hope
make it
not.
happen.
Cause I hit it with this one. This is one of my favorite all-time Wild 'N Out lines right here.
Hear it.
Let's hear it.
If I had a penny for every time you crossed my mind, Zeta, I'd only have 1 cent because you never left.
Ooh, bars.
I stole that from Wild 'N Out.
That was,
Wow.
Not bad at all, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that did it for me. I can't lie.
was that yours, Nick? Was that your line?
I think I wrote it.
Oh, so that's what it is. You write everyone's lines. I need your help, man.
That's what I'm here for. That's why I got all these kids.
Yeah, you've been shooting a lot of lines.
Woo, boy. You don't miss.
So funny.
Well, I appreciate you, Nick. So your show coming on every Monday morning, 6 to 9, right? The Daily Cannon.
Yeah, every day, Monday through Friday.
Oh, Monday through Friday.
Every day.
You know, we rocking.
I love it. We'll be locking in, man.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. Appreciate, all the energy. So I'll holler at you soon.
Yes, sir. Be good, Nick. Take it easy, brother.
All right, man. You too.
I'm pumped that just happened.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's all our childhood right there.
Yeah. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's got such a good radio voice. He's
He's got it.
He's got it. That's all you can say.
I did his talk show one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was so cool. You get up there, it's like the live audience and all that.
Yeah.
And this is like right after COVID, so like we just got live audiences again, you know.
Okay.
And those live audiences are for real. They're out there hitting on you. They're out there letting it rip. You know what I mean? They were trying to take us home.
Are they drinking?
What
Is the audience
I don't think they're
drinking?
drinking?
Oh, okay,
It
no.
was early in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Nick was so cool, man. He came around and said hi to everyone in the studio and got them ready for the show and just super cool and was such a pleasure. But his show was a ball. And then I thought the coolest thing afterwards is he gets on the piano and just starts riffing and starts playing the piano at the end, freestyling about the show, about whatever topics we talked about. I mean, he's
talented.
He's so talented. And
Yeah.
he is where he is because he's got that gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he works really, really hard, honestly.
Yeah. Wow. Now, so you want to be a Wild 'N Out girl?
I would love to. I would always watch that show and be like, oh my God, I love this.
That was the best show growing up as a kid.
That is a funny show.
Yeah, it really was. Well, we're going on there, Tyler, right? So,
Yeah, I'm gonna
he
be shooting
just invited you
be
guys.
shooting my shots on you.
yeah. Well, you can shoot him now.
What else I got?
Oh, hey.
We have to get Zeta to
I
Florida.
think she's made a basket. She said,
we're gonna have to get Zeta to Florida quick.
We're ready now, yeah.
you like boats?
You need to come for a boat day.
I know. I would love to. Oh, that's so much fun. And summer's coming up. I've been dying for summer. I felt like it's just been. And in LA, it was so gloomy for so long. I was like, I'm not in London for this reason. Why am I dealing with this?
Mm-hmm.
Summer's back, so
I love it.
ready
I
to
love
have
it.
some fun.
So Zeta, we always do a song on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So I need you to do the honors. We're gonna do call-ins here in a minute, and then we're gonna do a song. We're gonna do a song and then call-ins. So I need you to lead us with the song first.
Okay.
What you got for me?
I want Pop Smoke Dior. I feel like it just puts me in a really good.
I
Okay.
like it. A little
Just
Pop
like-
Smoke, Dior. And we are back. And of course, I look in the chat and Peach Queen has a new story. So I want to hear what that is. We have this girl, Christine, who delivers us some crazy stories all the time. Let's get this one in real quick. Anna Rod, see if she calls in. We got one. We got Zoe on the line.
Woo!
Zoe, you got to unmute yourself.
Hey,
Zoe, what's going on?
not much. It's up again.
Not much. You got me, Phil, Dominique, and Zeta.
How you doing, Miss Zoe?
Good. I've been wanting to call forever and ask you guys, particularly Phil, kind of for some relationship advice, kind of.
Go ahead. Shoot.
Why, Phil, first of all? Are we not qualified?
She's like, because he's the old guy. Go ahead.
Well, kind of was just because he's been in such a long relationship, and my relationship is almost 7 years long.
Wow.
Okay.
So basically, we've been together for 7 years. We just got engaged. And basically in our relationship, I basically do everything. I take care of all the bills and everything. And he works, but I do basically all the responsibilities for the whole house and take care of everything. And I've got a lot of opportunities to kind of move out of the town that we live in, and he doesn't want to, and he doesn't really want to have kids or anything. And so I'm just wondering at this point, if the fire's already burnt out, is there anything I can do to keep it going? Should I just give up at this point?
Well, Zoe, let's backtrack real quick. He doesn't want to have kids. You're 7 years together. He's putting a ring on your finger now. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Do you want kids?
And the way that he proposed, he was really drunk.
Ooh. You're showing me. You're telling me too many red flags already. Do you want kids?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to in the future, but with someone who is gonna help, and I can't imagine doing it and having to do everything, you know?
Are you? What do you mean by doing everything? Are you? Is he not doing much at the house right now?
Yeah, I pretty much do everything. I take care of our dogs. I clean the house. I pay our bills.
Damn.
Basically,
You want to take me in?
Everything.
Wait, does he not work?
No, he does. He's a fisherman, so that is all that he does.
Gotcha.
That's tough. It sounds like you
yeah.
compromise a lot of your own happiness. And I think in the future, you would resent him and
I
probably
agree.
maybe do currently. And you're trying to work through that. But especially if you know you want children, you know, I think you need to follow your heart and what you believe is right for yourself. And don't doubt that, because you always should trust your gut instinct.
Hell yeah, Dominique.
Yeah, I think your line. I think his line is needs to be cut short. Sorry, fishing term.
Yeah. For sure.
Zeta, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the same as everything they've said, really. Just even in your voice, I can hear that you already sort of have resentment. But I guess, you know, there's been so much time, 7 years. I think you may feel attached, but I just think you deserve better.
Absolutely. That's it.
Yeah. Zoe, I mean, you sound like someone who would give the world to somebody, and you need someone that's going to give that world back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you want kids, if you have these things that you want in your life, you got to find someone that wants that too. From everything you said, it sounds like you would do it all for the right person. Yeah. And, you even said like you weren't happy with the way he proposed, and a proposal is not about the guy. It's about the lady.
Yeah.
It's about making her feel special, because this is for her, Mm-hmm. And, I truly, you're going to find stick to what you want, because you're going to find what you want. And, I know you've been in a relationship for 7 years, and that may be scary to throw away, but I truly believe the next best thing could be right in front of you, if you just get out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, you've got to make room.
Yeah.
My friends definitely say the same thing.
And usually your friends are always right, and then you'll realize it later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are right.
Yeah. But Stella, do you have any tips for how you kind of keep the romance alive? That's what I was getting to. I sort of rambled.
Oh. Well, you know what? I'm a work in progress. I just try to be the best version of me every day with my wife, and it's not perfect, but it works for us. Thank God.
Yeah, you gotta find your thing. He's not like that. He didn't even get me anything for my birthday, so he's very.
No, this guy's got to be.
So we gotta get him out of here.
Yeah, you gotta let him go.
Yeah, I think Yeah, I think we've all just been trying to say it nicely because it's so much easier said than done, getting out of relationships. I think we all understand that. But yeah, you've got to go, babes. Like, it's a non-negotiable at this point. You said you had an opportunity to go elsewhere and do your work there. I'd imagine him to be like, okay, what do I need to do? Let's go together. Like, let's do this experience together. I can find a job there. Like, you need somebody like that. Like, you need that.
But Zoe, I mean, I love that you're like trying to figure out, can I, how do I spice up the romance? How do I
this?
you want to give and give and give. You need to find someone else also going to give and give and give.
Yep.
Like we're all a glass, right? And then we all have so much water in our. If we give all our water to somebody else, we're not going to have any water for ourselves.
That is so true.
I think you deserve someone that's going to treat you and love you the way you deserve to be loved. And I don't know if that's happening right now. I mean, I love that you're still trying to find ways to spark it up, but you need to find someone who wants to spark it up with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you don't have to worry about the fire going out.
It's hard to do that by yourself. Well, thank you guys so much.
No.
Thank you.
We love you, Zoe. You got this. If you ever need...
You're so inspirational.
Zoe, you can call anytime. We got you. We love you and we support you.
Okay, I'll definitely give you guys an update in the future.
We're here for you.
Good luck.
Be strong, Zoe.
Love you.
Love you, Zoe.
Oh, man.
I know.
Oh my gosh, she sounds so sweet like that.
She does, yeah. I was going to say one more thing, but if she's still listening, just listen. Don't let any person treat you less than a queen. Simple as that. I tell my daughters the same thing on a daily basis.
Speaking of Queen, we got Peach Queen back on the phone.
Peach Queen.
Welcome back, Peach Queen.
What's going on?
Oh, do I have a story for you guys?
No.
What you got?
Okay, so in college, this is like 5 years ago, mind you, there was this guy that I hooked up with from one of my classes, and it was just like horrible. And like we like kind of stayed friends, but like I never went back, and so it was kind of just the end of it. And he was kind of just like a total fuckboy, and like was like super over it. Okay, now fast forward. It's been 5 years since we've seen each other. And this man has continuously like been in my DMs and messaging me and like asking to hang out. And he lives like 2 hours south from me now. Cause we're not in college anymore. But he's been like messaging me and like trying to see me. And I'm like, no, I don't think like I want to go back for seconds. Like, no offense, but it kind of sucked, and two, you're just kind of care about yourself. And so I've just given him like the most shit for like 5 years. Well, last week he was in my town, and he messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Bellingham. Like, I'd love to see you." And like redeem myself and like to like hang out and like see you or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's going to be worth my time. Like, also, how do we know we like still like each other? Like, are even interested? It's been 5 years. Like, you don't know what I look like probably. And I haven't seen you. Well, like spur of the moment, he was like, just let me come over here. He's like, let me take you out, or like, let me come over or something. And I had like gotten home from a work trip. So I was like, kind of not like super feeling it, but I just said, okay, you know what, whatever, full send. So I let him come over to my house, and we hung out for like 2 hours in my kitchen and like caught up and like talked. And there was still like kind of like a spark. And so I let him spend the night, and boy, damn, did that boy redeem himself.
He redeemed himself. He
pulled out all the tricks, guys. Like everything known to man, he did it.
What are those tricks? Hold on. What are those tricks? I want to know.
Right.
What happened, Christine?
You want to know like that? Okay. Well, okay. So like most guys, which I don't know if other girls have this issue too, but I feel like most guys just care about themselves, and they like really just like
have sex to like play, like get it in and like get their fix. One, so he was like not about that. He like really was on the foreplay and like was like adamant about like making sure that I got mine. And then the other thing is he was like very, very intelligent with his mouth.
Hello.
Okay.
So he grew up, basically. That's what he did.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing the ABCs no more.
Yeah, exactly.
He went to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he 5 years, 5 years time gave him, turned him from a boy to a man.
Woo.
So what happened in the morning?
I let him come over. He was here for the week, so I let him come and hang out one more time. While he was here, I drove back from my work down south a little bit, and then he's been continuously messaging me and like wants to see me. So
Okay.
we'll see what happens.
Christine,
Let's
this could be
go.
something.
You may have rekindled something.
I gotta ask you
I
though.
have to tell these guys.
I gotta ask you
Normally,
though.
I don't go back for like seconds, especially 5 years later. I would never have expected that to happen.
Christine, what happened in the morning?
Yes.
What happened in the morning?
Sorry, one more time.
What happened in the morning?
What do you think happened to them?
Let's go.
God, I love Christine when she calls.
Yeah.
Always got the juice.
Yes.
Like 4 times while he was here.
You what?
Like 4 times.
Y'all did it 4
I
times?
said we did it like 4 times the first time he came over.
Wow.
She's spilling that tea. Get it, girl.
Yeah, we were up all
Get it.
I'm gonna go send some redemption texts.
You got tea.
I'm telling you, he was persistent, and I was like not about it. And I was actually kind of like a little bit of a dick to him because I was just like, yeah, no, like you're just kind of selfish and like I don't know, like the last vibes I got from you were just trying to like hit it and quit it. And he's like, no, I've changed, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's what like everybody says.
All right.
I was like, okay, well, it's been 5 years, so he's gonna change a little bit.
I'm gonna challenge you though, Christine. If y'all gonna consistently keep talking and consistently keep hooking up, see if he's consistent in the way he is treating you in bed sexually.
Outside.
Because it's all good at first when you're first redeeming,
Yep.
you're making that good
Right.
love and you're
Yep.
getting into it.
Yeah.
But if it starts to taper off pretty quickly, then you know he's back to his bullshit.
This is true.
That's it. That is true.
All right, so we need you to report back. Okay. We need to know the
Because
scoop.
I'll have to definitely keep in check with that for sure.
Yeah, we want to know.
You think of me, all right? Not during, but like after.
I definitely think about you.
Whoa! Hey,
Joking.
come and talk to me.
Oh,
Let's go.
thank you, Peach
You got me
Queen.
blushing. Thanks for calling in, Christine.
Oops, sorry.
Keep bringing us the juice.
Love you guys.
Love you.
We talked later.
Fine.
She's awesome.
He is the best.
She dropped that tea.
Man, that was fantastic.
Oh boy.
Oh my
She's one of our best callers for sure.
Oh yeah, she's fun. She's fun to have on.
Zeta,
I definitely want to know what happens in that situation if they can make it work.
I know.
You got to keep tuning in.
Mind blowing sex, you know.
Yeah.
Like that.
Because I mean, anyone can have that crazy like sex in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy wants to go all in. And
They wanna
go
show
all out
off,
first.
you know?
And I mean, he's in redemption mode. He's trying to pull out all the
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, he's putting out all the stops, especially because it's been 5 years and she's not let him in. She's not let him in. She's not let him in. Now
Right.
he's got in. Like,
Yeah. I mean, when that happens, I'm pouring Kool-Aid on your toes. I'm looking
Kool
pouring
Aid.
hits the floor. Like I'm getting it all. You know what I mean?
Got it.
He said Kool Aid. Let's
She
go.
said Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'm putting it on you. You know, I'm gonna take my time. You know.
All the girls listening right now to their boys, like, go pick up Kool-Aid.
They're like, go get some Kool Aid.
At the
Power
supermarket. Go
Denso.
get it.
We're gonna get sticky.
Oh man.
Needs candy Kool-Aid.
Oh my god.
But Zeta, before we leave, I want to ask you, what is one of your favorite quotes you live by?
Everything that I desire is either already within me or within reach.
Everything that I already desire is either within me or within reach.
Let's go.
I love that.
I love that too. Love it.
Love it.
And that's the way to end it right there.
Yep.
Everything I desire is either within me or within reach.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Well, Zeta, this was a blast.
Yes, it was. We've got to do it again sometime.
Yes, you let me know. We'll get you in Jupiter live. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. It'll be great.
Heck yeah. Well, you are a ball. You are a thank you so much for coming on here. If you ever have anything to promote, your blog, anything, please let me know. And I will get it out there. But please come visit me soon.
I will. You should slide in my DMs and we can trade numbers.
On my way.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
All right.
All right.
You won't be waiting long. All right. Well, this was an amazing night. Thank you guys so much, Phil, Dom, of course.
Y'all got my cheeks hurt right now.
Yeah.
I'm blushing right now. Hold up.
too.
Time out. You ain't going to end the call like that. My cheeks are hurting. Hold up. Okay.
Too much fun.
Good.
It was so lovely. I had such a great chat with all of you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, you too, darling.
We'll have some tea and crumpets soon.
Yes.
All right, good night, you guys.